This is Sai Phanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice-oriented, meaningful classes step by step. No by hearting, only understanding. We'll do it slowly, step by step. Let's understand now what we do as a data engineer. Right? What is that? Why we need it? Let's understand the core engineering activities, Azure engineering. And I assure you complete practice orientation from scratch with the DP203 examination guidance. DP203 is a certification for data engineering. And that is our actual course. Agenda for today's class: what is database? What is warehouse? What is ETL and engineering activities? We'll see what is what. Then slowly we shall understand about the components involved in data engineering, the prerequisites, and the takeaways. The prerequisites are MS SQL basics, and I'll be available to provide you sample database and revision queries on a friendly note. But what is database? Item 1, let's start with that. Database, a platform to store any type of data, any amount of data, no exceptions. And there are 3 basic types of databases: OLTP database, data warehouse database, and OLAP database. 3 different types of databases. Our course is into data warehouse database. See, the main purpose of data engineering: warehouse. And there are different brands of warehouse designs we need to involve. That's our actual course. Let's understand slowly OLTP and data warehouse. OLTP, online transaction processing database, to store live real-time data like live temperature, live stock market operations, just like a live car showroom. Whereas warehouse, data warehouse, to store historical data, inactive data, like old temperature data, old stock market operations, just like a godown in our city. And our duty is into warehouse, data engineering. How they work together, let's see. Simple process. Let's observe it carefully step by step. What is that again? We are talking about basic types of databases. OLTP, developers will take care. SQL developers will take care of OLTP databases, remember. SQL developer job role. You and me, we are data engineers. Our main responsibility is warehouse. And we have the hands and legs. Left hand, data factory. Right hand, Databricks. The body is the warehouse, remember. Left leg, data lake. Right leg, delta lake. That is data engineering. Really, friends, I mean my example, I mean my comparison. We are going to prove it with examples in our actual classes. Data warehouse is my body. Okay. Left hand, data factory. Right hand, Databricks, or vice versa, interchangeable anyway. Left leg, data lake. Right leg, delta lake. We are done. That is a concept. In data engineering, from tomorrow, we need to slowly read data from various existing OLTP databases which are designed by developers, being managed by administrators in a project. We are not involved in OLTP design. We are not involved in any programming. But database is already live. Enterprise databases, we need to access, read, join, merge. But sometimes we may need to get live data from like sensors, temperature sensors. One of our examples in our class is IoT, live data from IoT. One more example called Raspberry app, APIs, or something from like SSN, Aadhaar. Different file processing and binary data processing data may be involved. Everything understandable by ETL technologies. There are two great ETL technologies in the market. Data Factory, one of my hand. Databricks, my other hand. My body is warehouse. But where is my body standing? On top of two legs again. Data lake, Delta lake. Microsoft recently has a third leg called One Lake. One lake. There comes Fabric. That's the actual concept here. Let's continue slowly, step by step in a meaningful way, because these are the items we need to learn with examples in our day-wise curriculum. From warehouse, the main takeaway is the warehouse. From warehouse comes reporting, machine learning, data science, forecast, predictive analysis, deep learning, etc. Warehouse is the basement. For our next generation, AI, data science, BI, analysis, analytics, forecast, etc. So we as data engineers are the backbone. So as a data engineer, our main responsibility, design of warehouse. In olden days, BI developers used to take care of this. MSBI, Oracle BI, SAP B1, IBM Cognos. BI developers used to take care of data warehouse design by using ETL tools. Now, we, data engineers, we are responsible to do the duty. In this process, we need to extract data from various live existing databases and non-database sources also. Next, here it is. From here comes extraction, cleaning the data. You don't want every data into your actual plate, the data plate. You would like to clean. You would like to have specific process, some disciplined data for easy and peaceful transformations. Once your data is ready, comes into big data storage. Big data storage is nothing but again warehouse. Remember, this is where big data resides. Assume a bank environment, a banking database, savings account may be maintained by one team, one database, current account, another floor, another team, another database, and mortgage and loans, some other database, etc. And all the salary slip files or statements or kind of my files like Aadhaar, SSN, etc., PAN, TAN, etc. All those files maintain a separate file server. Whenever I upload or whenever I open a bank account, I need to upload the files, and all those files will usually go to a dedicated secured server, which is keeping on being monitored by government agencies, so that there are no theft or other security problems to the citizen data. Right? My Aadhaar is more to be secured more as compared to my other bank information. My password files are to be more secured as compared to my statements. So now all this data can be accumulated, consolidated together, and from there comes warehouse. As a data engineer, we would be involved in those activities carefully. So to make it in a simple way, in our engineering course, we need to have ETL, data warehouse, working together, big data and analytics working together. These two are actually separate. Few technologies for big data implementation, few technologies and terminologies for analytics activity together form big data analytics. Same way ETL, separate pricing, separate resources. Data warehouse, separate pricing from cloud, separate resources. We need to blend them together carefully. In this process of learning these four important individual items, we need to come across the need for data factory, a prominent ETL, Databricks, again another prominent ETL, and SYNAPSE, data warehouse technology, data lake, data warehouse technology. And to ensure faster, efficient data handling, we need few integration technologies called Spark, Python ETL. It's actually Python has multiple platforms. Here we are into Python ETL. We have Python programming, Python machine learning, Python AI, Python analytics. We are into Python ETL structures. Spark SQL, which is more or less similar to MS SQL. PySpark, Scala, Logic Apps, and CI/CD pipelines. And our entire course is divided into three different modules. ETL module, data warehouse module. Without data warehouse, no ETL. Without ETL, no warehouse. Interdependent. And the common helping hand, storage and staging. With end-to-end integration activities. Stream analytics, IoT, and CI/CD, a DevOps concept. It's not complete DevOps that we are learning here. No, it's all about integrations. Same way, Power BI also dedicated 1 month journey for Power BI. Here we are talking about the integration activities for connection testing, analytic testing, automation testing activities. We'll be doing it carefully with logic apps. Now, with this information, here it is. 2 months journey for data engineering. If required, based on your resume plan, especially experienced resumes, Power BI, back-end engineering and front-end Power BI. Back-end engineering has two ETL, I said. Databricks, open source. Data Factory, Microsoft. And the bridging agent in between them. Because each of these ETL has their own limitations. Databricks, there are nice advantages and few limitations. Only data factory, more advantages and few limitations. We need to integrate them together. Any end-to-end implementation has all three: Databricks, Data Factory, Synapse blended together. One module of the project may involve only Data Factory. Other module may involve only Databricks. And third module may involve Synapse. But together forms one end-to-end project. Why? Simple reason. First, let me take it practically with a small website link. Any end-to-end, any industrial project involves data factory, Databricks, and Synapse. Remember, that's the reason there is no separate certification only for Azure Databricks, no separate certification only for Data Factory, no separate certification only for Synapse. Blended together, we have one certification DP203. And we have Microsoft Warehouse, right side. Open source warehouse, left side. And the binding agent in between, data lake, which is built on top of a big data technology called Hadoop, part of our classes. So backend engineering, front-end Power BI, put together is equal to Azure BI. Now, with this information, what we are learning, I repeat again on my screen. Make sure you revise MS SQL concepts. We are aware of them. You get one sample database today, sample queries today for revision purpose. Please go through them carefully. Let's involve. Then we are happily proceeding for engineering activities from tomorrow. From tomorrow, we need to slowly step into Azure account creation. Step-by-step implementation of ETL, warehouse. That involves data factory and Synapse. We have Databricks, data lake storage, IoT, and big data technologies. Complete backend 2 months time data engineering. If required, if your resume really demands, then Power BI. Here we have something called AI Components Copilot. 7 design tools. Yes, Power BI itself is a big ocean. 7 design tools, 2 technologies, 3 hosting solutions. Olden days 2 hosting, now it is 3 hosting solutions. Service, server, and something else called embedded. Power BI embedded service. 2 technologies I said, Power Query and DAX. This Power Query is again available in Data Factory also. Power Query is common in all 3, 5, 6, 7. Power Query is common, which is an alternative for Python. Remember, for what? For extracting the data. I repeat, open source environment, we use Python ETL for data extraction. Microsoft environment, we use Power Query for data extraction, either engineering or Power BI or even Fabric also. We have same concept, same interface. So things are made easier, useful, meaningful with Microsoft technologies. We know what we are doing and why. Microsoft technologies are very transparent. Trust me. Let's go into 5 from next class tomorrow. And what we learn in that that data engineering course, we are going to have a 2 months journey. Either you may opt for live regular classes or weekend classes. 2 months journey, we have 2 weeks for data lake and delta lake, 3 weeks for data factory and synapse together. Without synapse analytics, data factory will not work complete. I mean, it cannot showcase its talent without synapse. I said my body, the left side body and the left hand are this 3 weeks one. Right side body and the right hand are the next 2 weeks. First 2 weeks are the legs. We need to construct our data warehouse very carefully. I repeat again, storage, data lake, the actual basement. Data factory, Microsoft ETL, Synapse, Microsoft warehouse. They are good friends. Next, Databricks, open source ETL and Spark, open source warehouse, good friends. And open source warehouse have free AI. Microsoft, there is no free AI as of now. We need to pay for it separately. We have it in Synapse, but separate payment needed for it from Synapse, from Microsoft. So we are going to implement AI in Spark, this module, right hand and right side of my body. And the complete decorative item, the project work. We'll do it slowly, step by step. So how our course is into storage and stream analytics module, storage part, the legs, and Databricks and Spark, open source ETL, Databricks, open source warehouse Spark, Microsoft ETL data factory, Microsoft warehouse Synapse. Finally, integrations. So 37 days if it is regular classes. Plan for about 35 hours to 37 hours if it is weekend classes. Core engineering. We'll do it slowly, step by step. And to make it more easier for us, on my screen, the class notes. For example, we take storage activities from tomorrow. I need to provide you the print notes first. I said back to school. I request you to take print copies of all these notes, all these Word documents. Things will be straight, simple. I respect your time. What is what and how to do. That's it. It's all about how to's. What is what and how to's. For example, I was talking about something called live temperature sensor few minutes back. Here is the example for it. We need to think from end-to-end perspective. And you have task items. You have complete notes, synopsis, followed by tasks for every class. Let's involve. For example, I said open source ETL, open source warehouse. Again, the same concept, Spark. What is Spark? Why we need it, etc. What is what? Straightforward activity, requirements and solutions. We'll do it slowly, step by step. Coming to Python, we'll start from the very basics of Python. Very, very basics of Python. I assume we are all very new to Python. We'll take it from scratch. And SQL, you please take care. Make sure you revise your SQL concepts. Microsoft ETL, Microsoft Warehouse. It's a bit lengthy journey, about 3 weeks. Weekend, about 4 weekends. Out of 8 weekends, 4 weekends. Majority share is about data factory and Synapse because it's Microsoft world. And we'll be taking from scratch how to get the Synapse analytics first. Understand how to work with something called TSQL data loads. Limitation of TSQL data loads and the need for data factory. TSQL limitations, need for data factory. Why Microsoft came with data factory? From there we'll start step by step. But data factory classes, they are very colorful, nice user interface, but lot of practice required. More number of terminologies. We have something called upsets. There are 4 ways to perform upsets in our data factory classes. Upset means incremental loads. Very simple, straightforward, bit lengthy. Then we have something called incremental loads with tables, incremental loads with files, file incremental loads, conditional splits. It's all about transformations. How do you read data from single source, transform and load it to destination sync, Synapse? Same way, how to get the data from multiple sources, not a single source, but from multiple sources. Use ADF and get data to an SQL pool or a Spark database. We have something called CDC activities, change data capture, Apache Spark pool, serverless pool, metrics management, 14 optimizations. There are 14 performance tuning items we need to learn in our classes. Practically. 15th one, a costly affair again, with additional cost is involved. We need to be very cautiously coming to conclusion when to use which. The comparisons. When to use which comparisons. Like when to go for Data Factory Studio, when to go for Synapse Studio, and when to go for dedicated SQL pool, Apache Spark pool, pipelines, notebooks, activities, etc., etc. I need to bear in mind, number 1, our job comfort, primary. Number 2, the entry gate, job interview or project interview. For me, the room is important than the entry gate. With this, we'll stop for now. Need your support. You will practice every class on time. So this is the agenda. You'll be receiving this complete information today on email. Please make sure you go through the things carefully. We are into box 5 from tomorrow for this weekend schedule. You may also plan for regular schedules. So here it is. This from tomorrow and 9 p.m. from September 16th, Monday, coming Monday. In case if you're looking for regular batches, okay, it's up to you. And this is from next week. I can write the exact date. It's September 24th. And here it is. We started this already. So here are the other schedules for Power BI. And in case if anyone looking for SQL, schedules are different. Let me be clear. Yes, here it is. September 30th, just to make it easier for me. October 7th. And we have 10:30 a.m. September 18th. Or you may opt for, yes, here it is. You may opt for 7 p.m. September 23rd and 8 p.m. It's already started anyway. I think 8 p.m. This is 8 p.m. Already started yesterday. So the day for yesterday. With this, any clarifications, questions, let me know. Here we are from tomorrow. We'll stop for now. Let's go for questions now. Over to you. Need your support. Tell me how many hours you can practice per day. Minimum 1 hour, everyone, please. Please, minimum 1 hour, everyone. Mic with you all, please. I'll wait. Please, minimum
Yes,
1
for
hour,
sure.
everyone.
Yeah.
Please. Others,
Karthik.
please. Wait. Others, please. I'll wait.
Yes, sir. Minimum of 1 hour.
Yeah, please do it for me. Thank you. Yes, this is the day-wise roster. Like what we are going to learn each module day-wise. Just to make it clear. You may skip module 1. You're aware of SQL, skip module 1. Directly go for module 2. Module 2 has 3 parts. Microsoft ETL, Microsoft Warehouse, open source, and then storage activities. Then part 3, open source ETL, open source warehouse. Day-wise content. Okay. Make sure you go through the content. Take print copy of the notes if possible, please. And I'm sending you all this content now. Please make sure we receive the mail in another few minutes. And as I said, sample database, I said, right? Sample database for revision purpose. Sample database and queries. I'll be providing you that information also. Please make sure you go through it carefully and do the needful. Please wait. Last point before we conclude. The project work that we do in our classes will be very helpful for your resume. My complete support for your resume and project FAQs, project solution, complete explanation, certification guidance, part of our classes. Further information, schedules, or live demo session, please reach us on our website. And let's take it from there slowly, step by step. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Thank you once again. And here is my contact details, just in case to make it clear. Yes, on my screen now is my contact number in case you want to reach me directly. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Thank you once again.